how to get people off the fence for a one-on-one evergreen offer, an offer that is evergreen. How do you get people off the fence for that? Because the biggest problem with an offer that is evergreen is that there's no urgency. You're trying to sell your one-on-one offer, but there's no urgency of doors open, doors closed. So how do you actually create that urgency? How do you make sure that people actually get off the fence? Because we know that until you don't give someone a deadline, people actually don't take action. People hold on to making a decision until they are forced, until they are given a deadline that yes, this is until when you would be able to sign up or something like that. Until then, people wouldn't take action, right? What most people do with their one-on-one offers, which sometimes work, sometimes don't work, is that they try to increase the price. So they would increase the price and they would be like, okay, the price is increasing, the price is increasing. After a while, they feel like, until how much time would I keep increasing the price to increase urgency, and how do I make sure that people join the offer other than increasing the price? Like, I don't want to just keep increasing the price. Maybe you have just increased your prices and you're like, I don't want to do anything other, like I cannot increase the price. So how do I actually create urgency? Right? So we are not just going to talk about the urgency, we are going to talk about urgency as well as other ways in which you can actually make more sales for your one-on-one offer in a way that people do take decision, that people do take action, that you activate your audience to join your offer. One-on-one evergreen offer, right? So you know the problem over here, right? So let's talk about different ways in which you can sell your offer. The first and the easiest way to sell your one-on-one offer is to launch your offer. To launch your offer. Most people think that you cannot launch and you should not launch your one-on-one offer. I always say that you can launch your one-on-one offer even when it is evergreen. Just that the urgency factor is going to be different. It's not going to be like the doors are closing. It can be a lot different things that we will be talking about in today's live, but the biggest thing that you can use and the easiest way to get more sales for your one-on-one program is to launch your offer, because when you actually launch the offer, you get a lot of momentum going on, right? Everyone knows about it. You get a lot of visibility going on and you have a warmed up audience. You've already nurtured them. So all of this momentum comes back together and you do make sure that you sign clients, right? This is how, and especially when you worked on the messaging of your program, when you worked on belief shifting and all of that, when you've showed your audience that this is why my offer is different, this is why it will work for you even when other things haven't worked for you, even when you've tried different things before and those didn't work for you, but it will work. This, no matter what, will work for you. When you can prove that to your audience through your messaging, you will sell out your offer, right? So this is what you want to do. So launching your offer is the first point that I would say to you. The second thing that you can do, a lot of people, what they do is they actually do a paid masterclass and then they think that all of the people who join that paid masterclass, I'm going to upsell them into my one-on-one evergreen offer. Now this works sometimes and this doesn't work sometimes, and I do suggest that instead of doing a paid masterclass, I suggest that you sell just very small part of your offer publicly as a low ticket offer. So it is like you might do a masterclass, paid masterclass, or you might do a you might just release a few templates that are inside your program available, right? So this is where you are not creating something from the scratch, plus you make sure that you are telling your audience that this is a part of the program. When you actually do just a paid masterclass and then try to upsell people into your one-on-one program, that becomes kind of difficult because people feel like, I joined this paid masterclass to get something and now I'm being pitched to sign up for another program, which is a much higher high ticket package, right? Instead of doing that, when you actually sell this thing, when you actually sell this very small part of the offer and you say that this is a part of the program, but I'm making it available to you. And whenever you feel like you want to join this program, everything that you paid for this small part of the program, that will be credited towards this big high ticket offer. So they don't feel pressured, they don't feel like you're now upselling inside the program. But when you are actually selling the program, selling the small program, that is when you actually make sure that people know about it, right? People know about it, that this is a small part of the offer that they are getting their hands on, and they would be getting upsold to that, right? So this feels really good. This is one of my favorite ways of getting more sales, because when you do a small part, right? So let's say when I talk about TCA, right, the Clients Accelerator, it is very popular. People know about it, people know the results of it, people know how good results does it produce, right? So if I come out and I say that I'm going to release something that I offer just inside the TCA, and it is going to be, my TCA program is $2,000, and if I say that it is going to be just $47 for you to get your hands on this program, on this part of that TCA, people would love to join that, right? People know at that point that yes, they are getting access to this, but they also know that getting their hands on this thing doesn't mean that they have just paid for this, and then when they want to upsell themselves to this program, they would be paying extra money. That is not the case. All of the $47 that they are going to pay for this program, this small thing that I'm giving them access to, that will be credited towards their higher offer. And when I actually go out and sell this small part, I would say that this is something that is happening inside the program. This is something that is just a part of this program, but I'm making it public just for you so that you can get results, right? And making sure that whatever you're making, even if it is just a $47 offer, think of how you can make it as valuable as $1,000 offer, or just a $500 offer, like giving more than what they are expecting. Because when you do this, what will happen is that they would see that just in that $47 they got so much, and the results that they are getting through that $47 offer, how much more result would they get if they join the whole $2,000 offer, your high ticket offer, right? So that is the case behind this. This is my favorite way of creating an offer where you don't even have to create the offer, something that you already have. So for example, I do have a program called Story Sales. It's a course program, and now for inside this program I was already creating templates for people to use so that they can sell more from stories. I was already creating templates for them to sell from stories, right? Now what I did is that I picked all of those templates and I created it another program, and I said that okay, this is Secret Story Launch Club, and you get access to all of these templates that are part of Story Sales, but I'm giving you access to this because Story Sales is $497. If you get access to this Secret Story Launch Club, you get access to it for just $47, right? So many people actually got access to that, and because it was such a good one, people loved to upsell themselves towards the Story Sales program. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. Instead of just doing a paid masterclass, which might not make sense, how are you going to, the problem over here is that whatever masterclass that you are doing, even if it's paid, it has to easily, like the next step for your audience should be to join your big program, should be to join your one-on-one high ticket program. If that is not a natural next step, then it doesn't make sense for your audience to why you are pitching that offer at the end of that, right? So that is why it's really important. That is why I'm saying that when you make a small part of the offer public, it makes sense for your audience. Okay? The next thing that I want to talk about is do live trainings, giving value in one small part of your offer. And then what I want you to do is go deep into that instead of going wide. So just pick one small offer. Even if you think, let's say you have a framework, okay? Let's say you have a 3-part framework that I teach you A, B, and C, right? Talk about A, but then go deeper into A. Think of what is that one thing that my audience really struggles with, right? And also think of what is your audience searching for, instead of thinking about, so for example, if I go out and I say that I'm going to create a live training on how to do market research. Now my audience is not particularly searching about market research. They are not interested in doing market research. In fact, market research feels really cumbersome and most people don't want to do it. So creating a live training on that, where people are not aware about, for which people are not aware about why they need it, and people don't even want to do it, right? So people wouldn't like to join that kind of live training. So what I'm trying to say is that for that A, B, and C, 3 things that you have in your framework, you want to go into one of those. Think of all of the topics that are inside that A part, and then think of inside all of those, which of these are your audience actually struggling with and actually actively looking out solutions for. This is what you want to talk about. So you have picked just one part from one of the 3 parts that you have inside your whole framework, so it's getting deeper. Now inside that, you don't want to go wide, you don't want to talk about millions of things, you just want to talk about one of those things, right? So go into that one thing and go deeper into that, so that it feels like, if I'm doing a masterclass or if I'm doing a live training on messaging, I want to make sure that I give you every single thing inside that for that messaging, that you have figured it out altogether. But it's just one part of that. They want the whole transformation, which is what your whole paid offer is about, right? So this is the biggest mistake that most people make. Hear me out on this, okay? What people do is that they do live trainings, they do 3-part masterclasses, they do workshops, webinars, all of that. But even after doing those, they don't make sales because they are not able to clearly communicate the gap at the end of it. When you've given a lot of value, because I am telling you to do this masterclass, to do this live training, and I'm telling you to go deeper into it, so that they actually have everything figured out at that point, so that they have a framework of, this is what I'm going to do, and they're able to actually implement it, make sure that the steps are implementable. When you're giving them so much value, they will feel like, okay, I got everything and I don't need to join her program. Now this is the biggest problem. You have to, after you've given all of the value, you have to make sure that you are clearly communicating the gap after that, that even though you have every single thing over here, even though you know everything about around messaging, how to create a messaging, now you need to know how to actually weave all of that messaging inside your content, and how to share that inside your content, so that you can create compelling content and make sales during your launch, so that you can create launch content that leads towards making sales for your offers. Does that make sense? Right? So you want to make sure that you are clearly communicating the gap at the end of it, that even though you know about this now, the next step is this, which you haven't talked about in your live training, which now makes sense to them, that I should join the paid program. Right? This is the biggest mistake that most people make. So make sure that you do this, okay? The next thing is, how do you add urgency when you are selling a high ticket offer? When you're selling an evergreen high ticket offer, how do you add urgency? It's evergreen, there are no doors closing. How do you show them that they should join right now? So think of a bonus that might be available only for a limited amount of time, right? So when you join this high ticket program before this date, you'd get access to this bonus, right? Now this bonus should be compelling, and it adds to your one-on-one program. It should add more benefit to your one-on-one program. Maybe it makes it easy to implement all of the steps, or maybe it makes it quick to implement all of the steps. That is the easiest way to come up with a bonus idea. But when you remove that bonus, because not all of these people are going to get access to the bonus, because some people will join within that time frame, some people will join later, right? So when you give them access to this bonus, if you remove this bonus from the whole program, the program shouldn't feel incomplete. This is the biggest part of bonus. Bonus is actually a bonus. It's not a part of the program. You cannot create something from the program and say that this is what you'll get access to, because when that is a bonus, it means that some people will get access to it when they join within that time frame, within that deadline, and other people won't. Right? So make sure that this bonus adds to the program, but when you remove it, when you remove the bonus from the program, it doesn't, your whole program doesn't feel incomplete. Right? So that is one way to increase urgency, to add urgency, that you have a bonus that is only available. So it is easy to come up with bonus ideas where you don't have to create a bonus. So for example, you are thinking of, okay, I want to make sales for my one-on-one program, but I don't have time to create new bonuses. I don't have time to create a whole workbook or create templates or all of that. You don't have to be fancy with your bonuses, okay? What you have to do is you can just create something, or you can just think of something that you already have. Think of one masterclass or one small offer that you already have in your offer suite, and you can give them access to that. Easy peasy, right? Not a freebie. It should be something paid that you're giving them access to. Second thing that you can think of is, think of maybe you can give them 2 extra calls or 1 extra call, one-on-one call with you. If it's a course, then I would suggest that you give them 30-minute extra call, just 1 call. If it's a one-on-one offer, then I would suggest, because we are talking about one-on-one offers in this live, I would suggest that you give them access to, just a minute. Yeah, I would suggest that you give them access to 1 or 2 extra calls. But this bonus would have a time limit, which makes sense that now when they join before this time frame, now it creates urgency, right? Now we have urgency, even though your program is evergreen. It doesn't mean that when the bonus goes away, the program doors are closing. No, we are not closing the doors, because it's an evergreen offer, but there's a bonus, which means that there is a deadline. Now we have a deadline. Okay, so if you want more bonus ideas where you don't have to create an offer, if you want bonus ideas like this, then I have shared these ideas in quick cash injections live training, and the offer ideas that I'm sharing inside there are all great ways to create as bonuses, to use as bonuses for ideas for your one-on-one evergreen offer bonuses. Okay, now this bonus idea is just one way to increase urgency. This is external urgency. We call it external urgency, right? Second thing that you can do is creating scarcity, external scarcity, where you would say that I only have X spots. I only have X spots every month, right? So you would say I have 5 spots this month. Then you would say one person came in, and then you can say there are only 4 spots left, which will create another urgency. And you can use double dose effect, where you can say that there are 4 spots left, along with before 15th May, this bonus is going away, right? So that is another way of creating double dose of urgency and scarcity and all of that. Such a good idea. Now, 2 ways I've already talked about. Third way is actually creating internal urgency. Internal urgency. Think of how it's already late. What is internal urgency? Internal urgency actually is something that is in them, where they feel like, okay, I've already waited too long, right? You have to create that feeling in them that I've already waited too long, and I'm already late to it, and now is the time, I should join right now, right? So think of all of the different signs that they've already waited too long, right? Think of what are the symptoms they might be seeing in their life that tells them that they are already late to this, right? And then you can tell them that if this is happening to you, you've already waited too long, and these are the risks you'd be taking if you wait even more, and which is why this is the time to join right now. So you are actually giving them risk aversion. You are actually showing them that these are the risks you would be taking if you don't join now, and these risks if you come up with just 5 bullet points for these risks, but these risks are, if you can come up with really compelling risk aversion points, then you're golden. You're doing really good. Okay, so even that one post will just bring you a lot of sign-ups if you are able to do this really well, if you're able to make the risk aversion points really compelling, right? So this is one of my favorite ways to create urgency. It's not an external urgency. It doesn't feel inauthentic. It's not inauthentic. It's actually very authentic, and people feel it from inside. So people feel like, yes, I need to join right now. Okay, now the last thing that I want to share with you is share regular social proof. You might already be working with a few clients right now, let's say, and start sharing all of the social proofs, even just small social proof, right? And the biggest thing, the biggest problem that people have with social proof is that they do share social proof, but then they don't connect it back to the offer. So every time you share a social proof around your one-on-one offer, make sure that you connect it back to your offer, how that offer has helped someone bring that transformation, right? So maybe you can talk about how this offer helped them with this, right? You can talk about, you can just put a logo of your profile, logo of your one-on-one offer over there that is connecting it to that. You can also talk about how you helped your audience, helped your client through that transformation, what you worked on, or what was that biggest thing, just in one statement, what was that biggest thing that helped them through this transformation, right? And this, just sharing this one statement even, is enough to get your audience to feel like, okay, I know I'm missing that thing, right? I know that is something that I need. I know I want that transformation, but then when they read your statement, they're like, yes, I think I don't have clarity, or maybe I think I'm not doing that good enough, well enough. And that is like you're creating a need for your offer. Such a good way. This is something that most people don't do with their social proofs, and which is why they do share a lot of social proof, but then it doesn't work for them, right? It doesn't bring them clients. So I do have a cut process that I share with my clients inside the Clients Accelerator, and I've also shared this inside Story Sales. So what happens is that this whole cut process actually is like a checklist. Cut, C-U-T, all of it stands for something, and it makes sure that every time you share your social proof, even in that just one slide, it should go through all of the checklists, it should check all of the boxes, and it's like, okay, now this is transformative. And my clients have signed clients from this just one thing. Like, just share social proof and then you get a client from there. Very powerful. Okay, different ways to talk about your offer in which it doesn't feel salesy. I'm going to give you a few different ways to do this, and I've shared a post around this, which is like such a good post. It's a very old post, but I'll share the link to this post if you want me to. Let me see. Where can we do this? Okay, I can write a comment over here. Let me see. Okay, I've shared it in one of the comments. You can go through that for a lot more details. It says other ways to effectively selling in stories besides the features of your program. But we're talking about this one thing, but I'm going to give you a few examples just in the slide. Okay, so let's say someone joined your program. Celebrate it publicly on your Instagram stories, on your profile, everywhere. Okay, if you already have a few clients, you can go back to your clients, you can ask them what made you join this program over other programs, over other similar programs, and actually share the responses on your stories, right? Other thing that you can do is ask your previous clients what was your biggest breakthrough, and then share that on your stories. Ask someone who recently joined, we already talked about that. Let's say someone asked a question to you inside the DMs, they want to pick your brain. Let's say, what you want to do is you want to take that question and talk about it on your stories. When you do that, talk about it on your stories, people know that you do answer people who are asking questions, so you do help people, so you'd get more questions, which is a good thing because this can help you with lead creation and all of that. But when you share it publicly, you can answer that question and then you can connect it back to your offer around how you actually go deeper into that, and then you can talk about your offer, right? So all of these examples that I'm giving you, so for example, screenshot of someone who joined your offer, then you are connecting it back to your offer and then you can talk about your offer, or asking someone who already joined your offer why you joined the offer and then connecting it back to your offer and then sharing about your offer. So all of these are really easy to connect back to your offer without actually coming out and just talking about your offer, right? It shouldn't be it shouldn't be like you are instantly talking about the offer. Maybe you're sharing a value, you can do a mini training and then connect it back to your offer. Maybe you can do something else, like you're sharing something else and then it naturally transitions into your offer, which is such a good thing, right? And so powerful. Then what you can do is, if you're talking about something, anything, then you can actually name drop your offer over there. Just name drop your offer. You can say something like, this is what we go deeper inside the client's accelerator, but that is something that we are going to talk about on another day, or something like that, right? So you can actually just name drop your offer, or you can just say, so for example, I'm talking about social proof, and then I just said that there is a cut process that I teach you inside the client's accelerator and the social proof, both of them, because I know that how important it is for both of these programs to actually bring transformation. So I have given access to the cut process in both of these programs. This is how I'm actually name dropping the offer. I'm not asking you to join the offer right now, but I'm name dropping the offer, which means that I am building awareness around my offers. Such a powerful way where you're not being salesy, but you're talking about your offers, right? If you had a client call today, what most people do is that they just take a screenshot of their call, and then they just talk about summary of what they talked about on the call. Instead of that, a better example is to talk about, let's say you go on camera and then you say something like, there's a really important question that she asked me on the call today, and I want to actually publicly answer that because I know you might be struggling with that as well. This is so powerful because you're not just giving a view into your coaching style, but you're also showing them that this is how I help my clients with. This is the kind of conversations I'm having inside my one-on-one programs, right? So this is so powerful than just sharing the summary of what you talked about. Rather than that, think of one question that you answered to that person, to that client on the call, and then just create a mini training kind of story around it, and then connect it back to your offer. And then you can say that if you want to join, if you want to work with me, this is how you can work with me, right? Such a powerful thing. Another thing is, if you're reviewing client work, just take a boomerang of that, share it on stories, just name drop your offer over there. That's all you need. Such a good thing. You don't have to always be salesy to talk about your offer. There are so many things that you are working on behind the scenes. Be aware of all of these things and just talk about it. Just put it on stories. Just share it publicly, because you are doing a lot behind the scenes, but you're just not sharing them, right? You can also talk about one of the methodologies or one of the frameworks that you talk about inside your offer. Just like I shared, there's a process called cut process that I teach inside the program. That is one of the methodologies that I have created, right? I talk about it so you can talk like that around. You can talk about that around your offer as well. So these are all of the things in which you can actually sell more one-on-one spots for your evergreen offer and create urgency so that people do get off the fence. This is how we get people off the fence. When you are actually giving them a deadline, when you are creating internal urgency, when you are creating external urgency and scarcity, right? So here's what I would suggest you to do. If I was actually struggling with this, here's what I would do. Okay, I would connect all of these. I would do all of these that we have discussed today. So what I would do is I would actually start planning a launch, right? So I would launch the offer, And then inside that launch, I would use all of these points that we have discussed. So I would use the add a bonus urgency inside the launch, and then I'd also use the scarcity urgency, that we only have these many spots. And then what I would do is I would only focus on this one offer to sell until I do sell out this offer. I wouldn't focus on any other offer. Right now, when I'm not able to sell spots for this offer, I would focus on this so that I am creating a momentum which isn't breaking until I'm selling out the spots. This is really important. Okay, the momentum will help you make a lot of sales than actually focusing on trying to come up with some different ways to sell your offer, just that one bonus, just that one urgency. If that is not working for you, I would suggest that you actually do a full-blown launch for your one-on-one offer. Okay, now that you know how to build urgency, how to create this, how to build scarcity, and how to use all of this, the question that might be inside you is, how do you launch such that it sells your offer? How do you make your offer non-negotiable? How do you make your offer different from other offers out there, other similar offers out there, especially when it's a high ticket offer? How do you bring a quick high cash injection every month? How do you sell that small offer such that many people join? And all of this can be answered inside the Clients Accelerator. I help you with all of this inside the Clients Accelerator. That's exactly what we do in TCA. Okay, so if you feel like I haven't been able to sign clients for my one-on-one offer, that's exactly what I help my one-on-one clients with. I help them launch their one-on-one offer in a very authentic way, and we actually focus on personalizing 3 things. First is their content, second is their sales strategy, and third is their offer messaging. Offer messaging is the most important part of a launch because it actually helps you come up with all of the content, create all of the content that leads them towards signing up for your one-on-one offer. So offer messaging is something that talks about how your offer is completely different from what other similar offers are out there. And if you think that your one-on-one offer doesn't have that differentiating factor, you are wrong, because this is what I specialize in for my clients to help them with. This is exactly what I help them with. I actually ask a lot of questions, and then we come up with an offer messaging which is really differentiating. We figure out how you are different. This is something that I truly specialize in. Even if you think that I don't have anything, I don't have opinions, I do have clients who feel, and I've worked with clients before as well, who feel like I don't have any opinions. I cannot, like, they are very vanilla, and they actually fear that if I talk about this, these would be the circumstances, all of that. But we have created very strong messaging for them, and we have sold out their offers. So this really works, literally. So I would say that if you have been struggling with signing your one-on-one clients, or if you are like, I want to learn once and for all how to make consistent high cash months, then the Clients Accelerator is for you. This is how I would summarize it for you. If you're like, just through one program, how can I make sure that I am able to bring in consistent high cash months and sell my program? Even if you have just one program, sell my one-on-one program in all of the months, because once you've gone through this whole program, it's a 12-week, 3-month program. Once you've gone through this 3-month program, you would know how to do, what to do next to actually bring in more high cash months, because you'd learn everything. You'd learn messaging, you'd learn content marketing, you'd learn sales strategies, you'd learn how to pitch, you'd learn everything. In fact, the TCA course that you get access to along with it, it gives you access to every single thing. For example, even just the basic things, for example, how to increase engagement, how to increase followers, how to get in front of your ideal audiences, different things on that. So you're getting caption module, you're getting a module on follower growth, you're getting a module on engagement growth, you're getting a module on lead generation, and then a whole different course which is called a sold out launches course, which is another 8 module course along with TCA. So it's amazing. It's such a good program. I would suggest that I highly recommend that you join the Clients Accelerator. If you feel like I just want to join one program and I want to learn every single thing to actually start signing high cash months, start signing consistent clients and bring high cash months. I specialize and I love working with clients who come up with one-on-one offers, and they are like, I want to just launch my one-on-one offer and I want to sell this. I love working with those clients. So if this is one thing that you are like, okay, I want to work on this, I highly recommend you join the Clients Accelerator. I would put the link of the Clients Accelerator over here, so that in the comments, let me put that. Yes, it's here. I would suggest that you join this. This will give you a lot more details around what the Clients Accelerator is and what you'll get access to. And once you know everything and you are like, if you have questions, you can come back to me and you can ask questions to me. And if you don't have any questions, you can directly apply from this page, and you can apply and you can sign up. Once you apply, this is how we actually make sure that you are inside the program. Once you apply, I would reach out to you within 24 hours after going through your program, and if I feel like you are perfect for joining, if we are a good fit to work together, because there are a few things that I make sure that these should be there. So you will have to make sure that your profile will, whatever you write, whatever the answers you provide inside the application form would need to be validated. Like, it gets validated by me, and if it feels like yes, you are the right person, only then I would have you sign up inside the program. So I would reach out to you after that, and then if you feel like I have a few questions before I sign up, then you can actually sign up. You can ask questions around that, and then when you feel ready, I would send you the link to join the program. As soon as you join the program, you'll get access to the Clients Accelerator 9 module course, along with a sold out launches course, which is an 8 module course, along with my support for the next 12 months and the one-on-one calls that we have. All of it. It's like a no-brainer program. Okay, so if this sounds really good to you, make sure that you check out this Clients Accelerator and join. And that is what I wanted to share over here. I hope that you enjoyed this live training and you learned a lot from this live training. Even if you don't join the Clients Accelerator, I hope that you got value from this training, because I've shared a lot of value over here, making sure that you actually sign clients for your one-on-one offer. You can try out these strategies, and if you want to do it by yourself, you can do that. And if you feel like, yes, I need a coach, I need a mentor along with me, I'm always here for you. Thank you so much for watching this training. If you're watching this as a replay, make sure that you put #replay so that I know that you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.